Thank you, Bronson. That was heroic of you. Camaria looks a bit shaken, and a little enervated.
It was nothing, really. You were in danger and needed help, so I merely answered your call. You're looking sapped. Do you need a minute to recuperate?
I'm just a little bit shaky. I hate those things. Too many eyes, and just everything about spiders is unnerving. Camaria casts healing word on herself, bright blue magic coating her body before gradually fading.
Alexandra, as you're watching, you hear very, very faint footsteps, or rather the sound of something moving further in the darkness.
Alexandra is immediately going to hold her action, readying a chaos bolt. If something emerges out of that darkness that isn't friendly, she's going to fire. Guys, we're not alone in here still. Her attention and gaze is locked onto the darkness further ahead, waiting to see what will emerge.
8 bright red eyes glow from further in the darkness. Out comes another giant spider, this one potentially the mate of the one you just slew. It's far larger, hairier, and his eyes are radiating with pure hate. We'll reuse the previous initiative order. Alexandra, fire your spell first.
Alexandra fires another multicolored bolt of elemental magic, rolling a natural 20 to hit. The bolt practically explodes into a whirlwind of frost as it hits the spider in the face, almost encrusting the thing in ice. She then summons her own whirlwind, one of a tempest nature that encircles and protects her as it carries her back, Alexandra getting as close as she can to where the jagged rock cover is. She just barely makes it, pressing her back to it as she catches her breath.
Excellent attack, Alexandra. A few of its eyes closed. This giant arachnidian beast launches itself onto the cave wall, ferociously scuttling towards Bronson. It sibilates and hisses at you, Bronson, as it rears its fangs and springs towards you. Due to it being fueled on blind rage, it misses. However, it isn't done yet as it brings itself back and attempts to bite into you again. It catches you off guard as its fangs sink into your flesh. Bronson, a Constitution saving throw is needed, please.
With Bronson's dwarven resilience giving him advantage, that's 13.
You resist succumbing to the venom's full damage, Bronson, your dwarven blood fighting it off the best it can.
Camaria is behind Bronson, peeking out as she attempts a vicious mockery on the wretched thing. Her voice boomed like that of a megaphone, the spider only seeming bothered. She exclaims, "You look so grotesque that it makes festering cadavers look pretty."
Camaria, the spider screeches as psychic pain strikes its mind.
Excellent. Camaria stays close to Bronson, playing a flurry of notes on her flute, Bronson getting surrounded by inspirational bardic magic.
Thank you, Kamara. Bronson lunges at the abomination after entering a barbarian rage. Unsure of whether his strike will connect, he draws upon Kamara's inspirational magic. His blade lands and embeds itself in the side of the spider's head. He holds on as the damned thing rears and wails.
Emerging from behind her cover, Alexandra springs into action. Using her magical blood, she casts a huge bolt of flame and lightning, unfortunately missing at the last moment due to her aim being a little off. She follows that up with projecting an arc of fire, getting the spider right in the face, and she'll then get back behind cover.
The giant spider disengages, rapidly scuttling towards the cocoon Alexandra saw earlier. It bites down through the web shell into the person inside, feasting on them and looking revitalized.
Camaria risks getting close, but not too close as she then unleashes a thick cone of intense fire. The spider seems to dodge most of it, but not completely. She then gets back to Bronson, bestowing bardic inspiration magic on Alexandra.
Like a wild bull, Bronson almost leaps at the giant 8-legged bastard, both hands gripping his weapon. He practically cleaves his blade into the spider's abdomen, dark blood gushing out of the wound.
Since the enemy is close to her location, Alexandra jumps out from cover and goes for a voltic discharge. It's been changed since it was a broken cantrip beforehand. Now it's a level 1 spell, and the lightning damage is dealt once an enemy has been hit with a melee weapon. Alexandra gets a hit in with her dagger, boldly proclaiming the arcane words to trigger the spell as the attack lands. Magical lightning erupts from the blade, pelting the beast with acute blasts of pain.
Once again, Alexandra, how do you want to do this?
The arcane lightning from the spell seems to whip and enslave the spider, causing intense pain with every second that passes until the spell ends. The spider's carcass is heavily burnt and decimated as it lays there, lifeless.
Camaria hunches over, a little sweaty and shaky again. She gives Bronson a thumbs up after he asks her how she's feeling.
Well, that was fun, wasn't it? Alexandra dusts herself off, transferring the light spell to a small nearby rock, sheathing her bloody dagger afterwards. How are you both holding up? Honestly?
Never better. I can keep going.
I've got a few more arcane tricks in reserve. Afterwards, I can still go on further, but I'll be casting cantrips from there since I'll be out of spell reserves.
I can kind of keep up. Don't forget, this is my first real adventure with self-defense mixed in. You both have far more experience than I when it comes to this sort of thing.
Well, again, I'm still willing to lead.
That's good to hear, but I'll take point this time. Alexandra, if you could please cast that light spell onto my blade.
Alexandra does so effortlessly. While she has a bardic inspiration, she's going to search the area for any loot or something similar.
Alexandra, please roll an investigation or perception check.
Perception it will be. That's a dirty 20 plus 2.
Excellent roll, Alexandra. With that, you comb through the spider corpses and even check the remnants of the spider cocoon that has been penetrated into and feasted upon. There's nothing significant or catching to the eye until you inspect the corpse residing in the cocoon. There, attached to the person's belt, is a scimitar. As you grasp the hilt, arcane energy laps and caresses your body.
Can I do an arcana check to try and figure out what sort of magic it is?
Go for it, Alexandra.
So that's 12. Plus bardic inspiration. 18 total.
It seems to be innocuous in nature. You can't discern much beyond that. There are also 2 greater healing potions beside the cocoon, obviously having belonged to the victim. Both are full and look undamaged.
I'm keeping one, but offering the other to the others.
Kamara can have it. Also, that's an exquisite blade, Alexandra. I'm sure it'll be put to good use now it's in our possession. Not to besmirch its previous wielder. Gods rest their soul.
Thank you. This potion will come in extremely handy. I'm sure. That is a beautiful weapon, Alexandra. Not as much when compared to my rapier, but a solid contender.
How charming. Shall we get going then?
All right, everyone, we'll leave that there and conclude the session. Next time, you'll all be venturing into a possible mini dungeon. Thank you, everyone, for watching, and take good care of yourselves.